We live in a world today without bloodshed and without violence. And it's very rare, but it didn't used to be that way. It all started because of people like Mairead Maguire. Mairead Maguire is a peace activist that stood up for what she believed in. She believed in a world with no violence and no bloodshed. She dedicated her life and still to this day lives up to her dreams and is still chasing them. She's still chasing a worldwide, non-violent, no bloodshed world. Mairead Maguire suffered a horrific family tragedy. She has 3 nieces and nephews that died in a violent car crash. The car crashed because an army soldier was shot, and while he was driving, the car went out of control and ran into the 3 kids and killed them. Mairead Maguire stood strong for her family and didn't fall apart or break down, but she stood strong and organized a peace organization. This small peace organization that she started grew by the thousands and is now known as the Peace People. The Peace People is still going on today. It was started by 3 individual women, one being Mairead Maguire, and their main focus was on no bloodshed and no violence. The Peace People were brought by the thousands, and they organized peace rallies weekly. Now, the thousands of people that were in this Peace People were mainly women, but there were a few men. They rallied around and stood behind what they believed in, which was a nonviolent, no bloodshed world. They rallied weekly, but for a span of 6 months, they rallied every week, and they brought the violence and bloodshed rate down in Northern Ireland by 70%. In 1976, because of their actions, Mairead Maguire, along with the other 2 women who led the Peace People, were given the Nobel Peace Prize. Ever since, Mairead Maguire has dedicated her life to giving the entire world peace and nonviolence. Although this is a goal that will be hard to reach, she's still standing behind it and chasing her dreams. She is no longer the president of Peace People, however, she is now the honorary president. Across the world, she works with Peace People, and also with political leaders, church officials, preachers, schools, as she spreads the word and is trying to eliminate violence and bloodshed. Her overall goal is still to eliminate worldwide violence and bloodshed, although that is a hard goal to reach. She's still striving to reach it. As well as preaching to schools and working with church officials, she also is a co-author of a book called The Vision of Peace, Faith and Hope in Northern Ireland. This book was recently published in 2010. It shows the struggles of women and their determination to find peace in Northern Ireland. It shows how their Northern Ireland peace is spread to the entire world now. It tells some untold stories of women in the Peace People, as well as some untold stories by Mairead Maguire herself. Mairead Maguire still strives for world peace. She believes that if you take away guns and we communicate as human beings, as a nation, come together, we will become stronger and nonviolent. She believes that coming together will eliminate violence and will eliminate bloodshed. Mairead Maguire has dedicated her life to nonviolence and no bloodshed. She's had ups and downs. She was given the Nobel Peace Prize, as she earned that with all of her work, but she's also struggled, and she'd struggled with some horrific family deaths, which led her to start this peace organization. She started this off of a little incident, and it's turned nationwide, and it's now all over the world. She dedicates her life to this because it's what she truly believes in, and she says she will always believe in it. She believes in nationwide peace and no bloodshed or no violence. She believes that if we all come together as one and communicate amongst ourselves our problems and conflicts, then we'll be able to solve them without violence and bloodshed. It's because of people like Mairead Maguire that our world's a better place. She's not only a peace activist, but she's also a world hero. She should be known for that. If we had more people like Mairead Maguire and more people stood up for what they believed in, our world would surely be a better place